Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and today I am going to be doing your June 2021 love reading. So we're going to take a look at the overall energies in your love life, and then we'll look at more details with the tarot. And since this is a general reading, if you're not resonating with the message in this reading, you may want to check out your moon, rising, or Venus signs, because there might be a message there in one of those messages. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, or you're resonating with this reading, I really would appreciate it if you would like, share, or subscribe. It does help to build my channel and to get my message of light and love out to the world. So let's go ahead and get started with your overall energy. So what I'm going to do is look at past, present, and future, and then we're going to clarify all of these. So let's see what you have in your past energy in your love life. The thinking man. Now, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, but this sometimes also is like you kind of being in your head. Okay, so, take it as it resonates in your situation. If you're with someone right now, then this could be, the energy of the person that you're with, or it could be your energy. If you're single, then it's, a good chance that it's yours. And if it's separated, once again, it could be either one of you. But this is sometimes that energy of overthinking, right? Because when we're talking about anything, whether it's love, our career, any part of our life, one of the things that we have to keep in mind is to come from a place of love, right? And work from the heart space. And this is, an energy of kind of being in your head a little bit and maybe a little anxious. We're going to take a look at that. But I think this is interesting because I don't usually look at the bottom of the oracles, but here we have the angel of strength. I think some of you maybe, have gone through something that's perhaps a little bit trying in your love situation, whether you're with somebody or separated, or you've been single for a long time, and you're using your strength to try to get through this situation or to get through this time. And you, once again, I kind of get the energy of just overthinking things, just kind of like, I'm an air sign. I can totally relate. Okay, so now Virgo, let's take a look at your present energy is yin and yang. This is a really nice energy, and whether you're with somebody or not, we all have divine masculine and feminine even within us. And this is coming into balance, right? This is a little bit of an unbalanced energy. And, because you're kind of all in your head. And sometimes when you're in your head, you're either overreacting or you're not acting at all. But when you're balanced, you're taking good, action, but it's not overreaction, right? And if you're with somebody, or if you're not, then this is a good indication that you're going to come into balance with somebody. So for some of you that are thinking that this is, somebody you may have, a love partner in your life, and you're kind of having some conflict or something, then your relationship will become more balanced. If you're single, I really think a lot of you, either you're getting super balanced within yourself so that you can attract in a new love, or you're going to very soon meet a new love, okay? That is bringing in more balance into your life. Really nice. Okay, so let's see what the future holds. Anxiety. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this. This could be your anxiety, or it could be, once again, somebody that you're dealing with. And I think it's kind of interesting that right now you're in, this very balanced energy. And this is, to me, this kind of represents the moon, and we are, between the full moon and the new moon, we have these eclipses, the solar eclipse, and then we have Mercury going retrograde. This is a really kind of big portal between the full moon at the end of May and the new moon, June 10th. So I have a feeling that for some of you, you are going to come into balance. And this is also the number 22, which is a master number. So you're going to come into balance with yourself or perhaps with a partner. But then we have this anxiety, and I'm just going to pull, let's see, I'm going to pull another card on that just to kind of clarify. And then we are going to clarify these all, but just to try to get an idea if this is your energy or somebody else's. Back and forth. Okay, so that's really interesting. I can't remember, somebody else, I think it may have been Taurus that had a reading kind of similar to this, where it was kind of the energy was going back and forth. So, here we are in an energy of kind of overthinking. Then you get balanced, and now you're back into overthinking. Anxiety is overthinking, right? Both of these to me are kind of, in this situation, kind of reading to me, a little bit fear-based. And once again, it could be your energy or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. And, with this back and forth energy, it's kind of like you're going back and forth. If you're dealing with another person, one thing I would say is that, with these eclipses, it kind of, triggers or brings up old issues, old wounds. And so, that could be causing the conflict. Maybe your relationship has, it's just kind of bringing up some emotional baggage from the past, whether it's in your relationship now or in a previous relationship. And then for a lot of you, I feel like this is inner turmoil. Virgo, I think your reading for the month of June had something to do with the house, like your foundation, looking at, I think it was looking at, like childhood wounds or family belief systems, that type of thing. And, really trying to build your foundation for a really great, step forward as we go into this summer season. And I really think that, this is some of those retrogrades, eclipses, kind of just bringing up old stuff for you to look at. And when all of that happens, one of the things you have to just kind of keep in mind is we have to love our fears. Like when a fear comes up, just love on it. Right? I kind of just like give your fears a big hug, because they are having you kind of look at things that you just need to heal so that you can go forward. And especially for some of you, perhaps if you're single and you're kind of like, well, I'm not in conflict with, a love partner, you could be in conflict maybe with a friend, or maybe these issues are coming up with, a family member or something like that. But a lot of you, I think it's just kind of this inner turmoil. Like you're overthinking it one day, then the next day you're kind of okay, and then the next day you're kind of overthinking it again. So just take that as it resonates, and not to worry about it. I know I went through a spell like that, and I was like, what's wrong with me? One day I'm fine, and the next day I feel like, I've lost it all. And it's just kind of like, you're just looking at things, and just go ahead and give yourself a lot of self-care, give yourself a lot of love on your fears, because that's the best way to heal them. Okay, so here you are in the past, almost kind of like overthinking about whether or not you deserve love. Of course, Virgo, you do. Okay, you do deserve love, but you're kind of overthinking it. And for some of you, it could be that you're separated from someone, or, you've recently ended a relationship. And we really get into this kind of energy when we've been single for a while, or, we've just ended a romantic connection. It's kind of like, oh, do I deserve love? Yes. You do deserve love. And so that's why it's really important for you to love on these fears. When this comes up, just love on yourself, right? It's a lot of self-nurturing, a lot of self-care that you may have to give yourself during this month. Okay, so this is really incredible. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And so here we have, you're coming into balance. I think a lot of you are going to meet somebody new, and I really have a feeling it's around, perhaps the end of June even, because it has kind of like the moon here, the full moon. So I think that's like June 25th, something like that. So you're coming into balance. Like, I think a lot of you are working on some of your personal growth, soul growth, things, looking at your shadow side, whatever it is that you're kind of working through things, and they're bringing up that house again. And I usually cannot remember reading once I finish it. So I think my guides are really wanting, perhaps go look at that, the Virgo June general reading. So I do think that there is, you're kind of looking at belief systems or, things that just habits or things that have been passed down to you. But you're looking at them and you're healing them and you're coming into balance. And when you come into balance, then you meet somebody new. Really nice. Really nice. And some of this overthinking could be like, I don't know, especially if you've been single or single for a while, right? You could be like, I don't know what I want in a partner, that type of energy. Okay, so let's read what we have in the future. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, I think this is what I am reading. And of course, we're going to clarify this, but I get this sense that some of you may have been single for a while, okay? And you're kind of like, am I ever going to have a love interest in my life? Am I ever going to find the one, a soulmate? And you're working on yourself. And I really think, Virgo, that you really are doing the work, okay? And because of that, you're getting more balanced, right? This is not, to me, this anxiety here is like a lot more anxiety. This is just kind of thinking about it, working on it, right? But it's not like, a desperate type of energy to me at all. So I think you have done a lot of the healing, and now you're kind of in this very balanced, a very centered, you're looking good, you've got your finances going, you're excited maybe about your career or you're moving, whatever. Like you kind of feel like you have your life balanced and in the direction that you want it to go. And then somebody new comes onto your path. Well, sometimes what happens is when somebody new comes onto our path, they trigger some of those old emotions. And I think that is this. Like all of a sudden it's kind of like, I think the new person that comes in on your path is really a great soulmate, because we have the number 22 here. This is the symbol of divine feminine and masculine. And, once again, we all have both of those. So genders don't matter here, but it's kind of like all of a sudden you meet somebody that really fits you, right? That really gets you. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, wait a minute. I don't know. Like you ask the universe for what you want and you get it. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know. Is this really what I want? It is. Okay. It's just that fear just keeps coming up, right? And for some of you, it could be fears of commitment. This person might come in and want to get kind of serious kind of quickly. And you're kind of like, well, wait a minute, But I think that with this card, express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That's a great indication that to go ahead and express your feelings to this person. Part of this anxiety might be that you don't want to share your feelings, right? And because of that, the relationship may not get off on the best foot. They're pointing out the feet. Get off on the best foot. So it's kind of like that back and forth energy. Okay, they're also saying, that the back and forth is also kind of like, if you express how you feel, then this person will also express how they feel. It's kind of like being on the seesaw. I share, then you share, then I share, then you share. It's kind of like, it's a good way maybe to start some conversations if you do have anxiety around love relationships or, just in general, what it is that you want out of love. Okay, so now we're going to clarify with the good tarot and see what we have here. So in the past, we have King of Fire. Yeah, I really think this is your energy. This is the energy of, I've done some thinking. I've worked on myself, right? I've figured out that I do deserve love, and now I'm going to go get it, right? This is kind of like a passionate, and this is a love reading, so I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to go get love. Or if you're in a relationship, you're like, yes, I want to take this relationship to the next level. But I also have a sense that, because they keep bringing up that video that I did for the month of June and the house. I think that this is you just getting excited because the house kind of represents your entire life. And I think you're just kind of getting excited about your life in general. And because of that, you're becoming more balanced and you're shining your light. You're raising your vibration and you're bringing in, a love partner that is really meant for you. Really lovely energy, Virgo. Okay, so let's see what we have in the present. The moon. Isn't that interesting? Because I kept saying the moon. And look at here. We have the moon. I really and truly think that this person is going to come on your path sometime around the full moon of June. So that's towards the end of June. But the moon is also that when this person comes on your path, what you need to know is that this is divinely timed. Okay? This person is put on your path for a reason. And I really do think that it's going to be a true soulmate. The other thing is that this card says, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Virgo, I have to say, I think the universe is saying to you, your spirit guides, your angels, they're saying to you, tell us what you want. We're going to bring it in for you. This is really, to me, very spiritual, very divinely timed. I think that for a lot of you, once again, you have done this work. You have cleaned house. They just said you have cleaned house. So once again, go watch that video. You've cleaned your house, right? You've done the work. And you are stepping into a new portal. I really think that, this new moon, this solar eclipse coming up, next week is really going to be important. Remember, what you plant at a new moon is harvested, 6 months down the line at that full moon. And so I do really think that, for some of you, look back to what you were doing 6 months ago. And that is going to tell you what you are harvesting now. And I think some of you, if you think about it, about 6 months ago, I think some of you probably really started doing this work, cleaning your house, right? You got your finances in order. You got your career in line the way that you wanted it to. And it doesn't mean that everything is exactly how you want it, but you started planting those seeds about 6 months ago, and you've done a fabulous job. And this is kind of like the universe saying, guess what? You're getting the jackpot. You're getting your soulmate. You've done the work, and your angels and spirit guides are just they're so proud of you about all the work that you've done. If you have been wondering, right, sitting there thinking, right, will I ever get my just rewards, right? It's coming in. And I have a feeling it's not coming in just in love, because I think with that yin and yang, I think that has a lot to do with you too. I think a lot of things in your life are starting to balance out. So Virgo, one of the things I would suggest is whatever you're doing right now, just keep doing it. Just really keep doing it. I don't see, there's nothing here where you have to change direction or anything. We'll see what this future has, but, there's nothing. It's kind of like, you're on the right path. And I think that that's what your spirit guides wants you to know. You're on the right path. You're doing the work. You're doing what you need to do in order to manifest this new love. Page of Earth, my goodness, yes. And so this person that's coming in is also, they're coming in, they have, with the Page of Earth, they're bringing in a substantial offer of some sort. For some of you, I kind of feel like this really is, and it is a love reading, okay? But it has to do a lot with a lot of other things in your life. Like the Page of Earth is always, to me, represents a gift from the universe. So a lot of times it's tangible, something tangible, like money falling into your lap, like, I don't know, Great Aunt Martha, passed away at the nice age of 98 in her sleep, and you didn't know it, but she left you some money and it falls into your lap. Or all of a sudden your dream job offer comes in, right? It's just something tangible, and a lot of times it's just like a gift from the universe. And this gift from the universe is going to help you get over this anxiety. Like, you may be anxious about this new love, if you're ready for love, that type of thing, but you might also be anxious about money or something else, and that is going to be affecting this new relationship coming in, or the relationship that you're in now that becomes more balanced. And you're going to get like a gift from the universe. Like, literally, something's going to fall into your lap so that this whole situation works out. Like, say for instance, the new person that you meet or the person that you're with suddenly, gets a job offer in another state, and you're kind of like, well, I can't go because I don't have the money or whatever, or I don't have a job there, I don't have a place to live. And then all of a sudden the phone rings and, somebody's offering you a job in the same city. It's kind of like that, synchronicity type of energy where something comes in and just magically allows the situation to continue. Because I think when this comes in, you may be kind of like, wow, this is too good to be true. And then I almost think like something happens, let's just pull a card. It's kind of almost like a little something happens, not, don't worry, Virgo, because you have a good end. But something happens, like once again, the person suddenly is told they have to move to another city, or I don't know, your landlord says you have to move out because, they're going to fumigate, or something kind of crazy happens, and you're like, well, I can't continue, seeing you. I have to go take care of this, or they have to go take care of something, and then all of a sudden it magically goes away. Yeah, so, this is kind of interesting. It's the walking away. It's, somebody is afraid of walking away from something to stay in this connection. And it could be another relationship, but it could also be, I'm kind of thinking that it could be either you or, this new person. Somebody is afraid of walking away from something. And once again, I think it's like walking away from a job, or walking away from, if you're with somebody, perhaps they say, hey, why don't we go ahead and move in together? And, somebody's afraid. You may be like, oh, I want to keep my own place. I don't want to walk away from that, or whatever. It's like something happens, but I can't afford to keep that apartment and also share rent with you. Like you're kind of going back and forth. You're going back and forth trying to decide what to do. And then the universe says, oh, here's the answer. Don't let it stop you from going in this connection, because I think that this connection that's coming in is a really true soul connection. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit more information about this anxiety card. And remember, Virgo, this anxiety could be you, or it could be the person that you're dealing with. It could be either way. Okay. So we have the Two of Swords, in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, somebody feels like they don't have the strength to make a decision. Whether that's you, or whether that's the person that you're going to be dealing with or are dealing with. Somebody feels like they don't have the strength to make a decision about walking away from something. So keep in mind that in order to bring in new in your life, and especially if you want it to stay, you have to walk away from something else. You have to release something else. And it's like either you or the person you're dealing with, somebody doesn't want to completely walk away from something else. And I don't really think this is another relationship, okay? It could be, but I really think it's something more tangible because we have the Page of Earth here. And that's something more tangible. And, you know, we have Pentacles and Swords here. It's not like Cups, you know. In fact, we don't really have any Cups here. That's why I kind of feel like this is a new relationship coming in. But yeah, there's somebody feels like they don't have the strength to walk away from something else. You know, for some of you, I don't know why they keep coming back to a job offer. For some of you, you may feel like you can't walk away from a job to go be with this person, or something about a job. Maybe you live in a large city and this person lives on the other side of the city, and you're kind of like, well, this isn't going to work out because you live on the other side of the city, and in traffic, that's like an hour and a half away. You know, this just isn't going to work out. Like, it's kind of that kind of thing, and you don't want to, you know, walk away from moving over there because it's too far from your job, so then maybe you'd have to change jobs, something like that. It's a very strange, I don't know why they just keep saying job. But it's like you don't want to walk away from a job or a job offer or a place to live, because they keep telling me house too. So it could be, you know, you don't want to walk away from where you live. Okay? And so that's where the anxiety is. But not to worry, because when you're anxious and can't sleep in the middle of the night, guess what? Something happens. The universe says that is not good enough of an excuse. We've got the answer for you because you have done the work, and we're really proud of you. And this person is on your path. They want you to kind of be with this person. Now, once again, if this person ends up being abusive or something, and you always have free will, you know, you don't want to stay in a relationship that is not really good for you. Okay, so Virgo, we are going to pull a creativity oracle card for you. Confidence. Know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want. Oh my gosh, that is just like so perfect, because look at what they're saying. Clearly decide what you want because it's coming, Virgo. It is on its way. So get really clear, and then continue to say to yourself, I am all that I need to get what I want. You are enough, Virgo. You are enough, and you are going to get it. And once again, I feel like some of you maybe have been through some trying time, and maybe your confidence is a little broke. You know, you're kind of like, do I deserve love? Yes, you do. And it's coming really soon. Oh, I just love that. Okay, they're asking me to pull a couple of these, so we'll see what this is. Oh, this is such a lovely reading. Such a lovely reading, Virgo. Okay, success. Yes. This is going to be the one for you. This relationship is going to be successful. And, we can, successful can mean different things to different people, Sometimes, depends on how that resonates with you. What is it that, get clear about what it is you want. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Another one. Unlikely. Okay, so I think that this unlikely means that, that that unlikely, okay, they're telling me unlikely that you will make the wrong decision. And so some of you are still kind of concerned about making the wrong decision. No, big happy changes. That is the key. You have big happy changes coming on board. Okay, so let's take a look at your love oracle card and then we'll get a final angel message. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that, this is kind of your past. This can also be your present energy, kind of at the beginning of June. You're just kind of overthinking it. And for some of you, if you are coming out of a relationship, sometimes we can sit there and go, oh, I should already be in a new relationship. Or, I don't know. Sometimes we end up comparing ourselves to our friends or siblings or, other people our age or whatever. Other people that have gone through the same situation. If you've ended a relationship, there's always that, like, oh, how far along are they? Are they already seeing other people? That whole thing. Like, you could be just kind of overthinking the whole thing. And you're just trying too hard. And here they are. Your angels, your spirit guides are telling you all you need to do is really decide what is it you want. Because they want to bring it to you. And very soon. Really nice reading. This is lovely. I think your reading for June was pretty nice too. I just remember the house. That's all I really remember about it. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas. There is nothing to fear. You are constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you are flexible and retain an open heart and mind. Believe. All is possible. And that is a lovely, lovely message from your angels because it's obvious they want things to go well for you and they are here to help you along. Your angels love you. You have people in your life that love you. You love you. And because of all that love, you are just going to maneuver through this situation so well. And once again, Virgo, I am I've really, really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and in all your situations. Bye for now.